Yep,
What's up?
chilling. Watching DJ review retrogametreasures.com.
Oh yeah, I gotta fucking watch that video. I already saw the stuff that he got out the box. It's pretty fucking cool.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Um, I'm actually really happy with the reviews.
Hmm.
Uh,
Maybe, just maybe they'll fucking sponsor us. I don't know.
oh, if you got a letter ready,
They'll see how
I should.
cool we made the video, or how cool DJ knocked out that video, and be like, hey, we want these cool guys on our team.
I gotta love these video edits, man, because they kick it up a notch, quite frankly, compared to like anything else that I've seen.
Ask DJ.
Compared to any other review or game streaming type channel. It's beautiful. What the fuck is Chaos Legion?
Um, Devil May Cry with stands.
Oh shit! I've seen this. PS2? Is this a PS2 game?
Yes.
All right. Yes, I've seen someone play it, and I was in tears. Grandiose. So Leon, how was your day, bruh?
Yeah, fairly sleepy.
Barely sleepy. I don't know what that means.
But you know what? It's fine. Just having a day to just fucking sleep in and do a bunch of nothing.
Okay. Well, shout outs to that extra hour that we got.
Hmm.
Apparently, I woke up and jumped on the stream last night. Didn't even realize.
Yeah, fucking daylight saving time. It's weird that we still do that. That shit was put in place for like farmers and shit because of candles and whatnot.
Yeah. Ben Franklin was the one that set that up, isn't he?
I think so. And then we just kept running with it because it's like fuck it. It's an essential part of our calendar now. If we take it out, we'll just fuck everything up.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it kind of sucks though, because like people who typically work on an hourly rate lose an hour, I guess, especially if they work overnight. I don't understand this game. I don't think I'll ever understand this
It's nothing really to understand. It's pretty basic. Beat the enemies.
game. At least it's not a creature nightmare extreme. Oh, I found the game that I was talking about yesterday.
Hmm?
It's on GameCube. It's called Hunter Redemption. It's a four-player. It's very much like Nightmare Creature or whatever the fuck that game was. Did you get a chance to check out that trailer for um, Battle Chef Brigade?
I did not. Did you look at
It
it?
looks really, really fun. I did.
Hmm.
I did. I'm like super excited for it. It's like, yo, you start off in the kitchen and you're cooking.
Yeah, I tend to
You gotta
forget
go out
to
into
check
the
the
city.
chat after I'm done, or I just check like the last like five things that are right in my face.
Oh man, it's this chat has gotten insane since it's first started.
Hmm. I wouldn't say it's as bad as the fucking Facebook shitpost chat that me and fucking five other people have, but it's starting to get close.
Oh, I didn't even notice that the co-press Okadesh was up.
Yeah, all of it's up.
Nice. How'd that interview come out?
Pretty decent. I'm
That's good.
super glad that I was having trouble with the mic like last time when we went to the con. Sometimes it would just like do random hissing. Maybe it's because like those times I didn't plug it in all the way, but no
Or maybe
problems
the
this
snake in the
time.
background. There might have been a snake in the background.
Yeah, I mean, we can use that excuse, sure.
Sub six.
Yay!
So I got done watching Red Bull, the Street Fighter 5 tournament.
Mm-hmm.
How was it?
Shout out to America because Knuckle Dude beat Tokido somehow.
Nice.
No, not even somehow. No, wow. Tokido got bodied.
I love
That's
Uh,
rare.
I love how Red Bull is
it
holding
seemed
on to
like
that Capcom endorsement and just using this shit for everything. Did you see the commercial where fucking Ryu was breakdancing against the
Breakdancing?
dude?
That was nuts. I can't believe it. Well, guess what they revealed at the end of the tournament?
What?
Akuma.
Hmm. He's coming home.
Akuma. Yep, he's coming back. He's like, I did my work at Tekken. I murdered that whoever that one chick, that one guy she wanted me to
I
murder.
did my favor.
My work here is done. Now I'm coming back to the streets. So yep. And actually, it might be even Shin Akuma version
Hmm.
what?
because of the kanji.
Hmm.
Someone brought that up, like, oh wait, that's like the same kanji from Capcom vs SNK2, and I'm like, oh shit, we're getting Shin Akuma. They're dropping Oni, like that whole Oni thing. Oh boy. Yeah, cause that's a different kanji. It's not the one line then two lines. It's not the T
It's not heaven.
kanji like I call it T. No, now it's apparently it says God person. It's apparently the kanji.
Hmm.
So we're back to Shinakuma. But yeah, good shit, Nagudu. Honestly, he was already gonna qualify for Capcom or Cap Cup, but now that this is a sealed deal,
Now he's all in.
yeah, he's definitely in. Actually, that gives someone else now, another American, a chance to get in there.
Good shit.
Or as Mike Ross would say, get in that ass.
So six. I gotta assume that you're fairly like well in tuned in terms of tournament-based gameplay. Yes.
Yeah. What's up?
How does one get into a tournament?
Anyone or the the big ones?
Um, the big ones. Let's talk about the big ones and work our way up.
You qualify through small ones.
Which
Yes.
small ones count? Which ones don't?
Actually, in the end of the day, they're all open. It's just that there's only a few invitations, basically by qualifying the other ones.
Mm.
So let's see. A good example of the Capcom Cup is that you have to be constantly going to any other tournaments that are part of the tour. You
Mm.
accumulate points, or you win a premiere, which that'll give you the free ticket there, and then that's how you qualify for the big ones.
Okay.
Yeah. But honestly, this is new because FGC isn't into that esports stuff, anyways.
They've
So
been fighting it for the longest. So
yeah,
Why?
it's just it's well, a part of
behavioral
it is like
issues.
FGC is like I don't want to be in that in that esports, but no, the real truth is that esports has actually screwed over FGC before. So we're
Uh,
still like we're slowly accepting it, but we're not gonna not everyone will.
okay.
Yeah, because before it was a shady business with esports trying to get FGC because a lot of the douchebag in the suit does not realize that you don't really get that much money off of FGC. Hate to break it to everyone. So
What is
if you
like
want that
making up
money,
money?
stick to League of Legends and you know who.
Oh,
StarCraft and all that
understood.
yabbage.
hmm
So,
But
have you participated in any fancy schmancy tournaments?
I actually haven't. The only Evo will be like my final frontier, to be honest. Like if I want the biggest one for fighting games, it'll be Evo.
Mm.
I will tell you this though, I have gone to CEO, which is a major. You know,
Hmm.
still a nifty good major.
How was that
Isn't that the
experience?
one with the fucking wrestling ring in the middle?
Yeah, motherfucker Bailey. Motherfucking Bailey knows how to do that shit.
Hype
Oh
is
yeah.
CEO is fucking great. They come out
It's
like with wrestling themes and shit. And
Hey,
then they sit down in the middle of a fucking wrestling ring and goddamn play fighting games. That's
and that's the
showsmanship
one
right there.
yeah. Yeah, that's the one I love the most. If you can make, as long as you have a really good theme going on with your major, I'll definitely go to that one every year. And so, CEO is definitely it's honestly like big tournaments like that. It's just a wonderful experience overall. Anyways, you see everything. You see the hype. You see the salt. You see big grown ass nerds money matching like they're in the streets or something.
that is fantastic.
Basically, the best one is that lately now, especially CEO, I keep seeing this a lot. I'm waiting for someone to go, fuck it, let's run a Def Jam Fight for New York tournament.
That'd be pretty cool. The
Because they've been saying, yo, money match me in Def Jam. And I'm like, wait, are you serious? I mean, I've heard money matching in Puzzle Bobble and funny shit like that, but, or even DDR, but Def
that
Jam? Alright, sure, that's a
sounds like it could be a little competitive. I feel like somebody might get shot at the end of that.
Uh, yeah. No, at least it doesn't get that violent. It's been like that in the past, but not anymore. Yeah, because back then, yeah, that was another reason FGC was in the Dark Ages, is because how terribly run they were,
Mm.
or the community as well. So there's been like really bad community at a point, to the point where you have some motherfucker called the Dark Prince, just
oh, that's it. All right.
it just says the most ballsiest shit ever. And then you have Smooth Viper, who whenever every time he wins, if you ever shit talking about him before, he will grab your shirt like he's gonna start a fight over a fucking Marvel vs. Capcom 2 game.
Thuggery.
Mm.
The thuggery.
The thuggery is real.
And then until Noel Brown comes in and puts him in his place and beats the shit
Prisoner.
out of him, like that one incident. And thus you get the famous "Yo Marvel" scream.
Okay. All right. That sounds like a
Yeah.
place I'd like to be.
Nah, but you still get the hype at least. You still get the shit talk, but it's at least controlled. It's not as bad because honestly, if you weren't careful, you'll get involved in a fight out of nowhere for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Either that, you have to deal with corn.
What
Now
corn?
guess
Like
what
actual
corn?
corn?
No. It's an abbreviation. What do you think corn stands for?
Um, crazy radical on call niggas. I don't know.
Actually, close enough. The coalition of real niggas.
Oh, that's grand.
That was supposedly a team, and yes, oh man, yeah. I mean, the name says it all. I think if you've seen, actually maybe not Pork Chop, but boy, he's one of the well-known biggest shit talkers in the tournament scene.
A dude
Shit,
named Pork Chop.
yeah, Pork Chop or Chop. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Pork. It's like the way you pronounce it too. Oh my, but oh whoops, hold on. Oh man, I can't see. Nah, Wild Wolf, you're not cool enough yet, so you can't say it. See, if you ask the question, then you're already right there. You're not allowed to say it.
Basically.
You don't ask permission to say the N word. You just know you're part of it when you're part of it.
Yeah.
You know, I've been called one, so I can kind of get away with it. So it's like, all right, I get a free pass now, right?
You're Hispanic, so you're black. You're a nigga.
That's how
No
they are,
facts.
actually.
I mean, reality is you get hit with white privilege just as bad as anybody else. So
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. I already told you, well, you can give me other offensive like racial language you can call me, all right? But you're not ready for the N word. I
yeah.
don't think you've watched enough Boondocks to understand.
Facts. 100%.
You haven't read enough Sunday supplements to get the full gist. God damn!
Yeah,
You wanna? Could you fucking die already?
I guess not.
Should we
Whoever
have
it is
one
you're
man
trying to
a day?
kill.
What's the word of the day, guys?
That's a good
Jesus.
one.
Anybody got a word of the day?
Not me.
Recalcitrant.
What the fuck does that mean, Leon?
Repeat that again.
Recalcitrant.
Reca-
What's the definition?
Stubborn and unyielding.
Oh wow.
Is that like just reconcentrate?
No.
Reconcentrate.
Recalcitrant.
Yeah, no recal. Yeah,
Recalcitrant.
yeah. I heard the L sound.
Okay. It's like calcium revitalized together. I don't know. Recalcitrant. Keep that in mind. I feel like that could be used in a really great insult.
And they wouldn't
You
know what to say.
recalcitrant in the face ass nigga. Like you.
Oh my goodness.
Mm. Six Lap, what are you playing at the moment?
I'm about to do some Pokemon Stadium just for shits and giggles.
Are there
Now
still
why?
tournaments
Now,
for those?
nah, because the RNG is like the most. Good luck doing speed runs on that shit. There we
Which
go.
Pokemon Stadium are you playing? Are you playing
The
like
second one.
64?
Yeah,
Oh,
in 64. Yeah.
okay. Gold and silver?
Yes.
Respect. Do you guys remember that iffy Pokemon Stadium-ish like game that came out on GameCube?
I never got a chance to try it, but I know which one you're talking about. Coliseum, I
Dude,
think it's called.
yeah, that shit was hard and long. It was super, like the single player was long as fuck. Like long as fuck. Like there was an actual storyline happening.
That's why I kind of give up on the Pokemon in general. It's just how I am. Like, oh, what's that? Long story? Nope, I don't want it. Grinding?
Oh
Nope,
man,
I don't want it.
super grind, super. It's like playing an actual Pokemon game. Little disturbing.
Pokemon. I don't even know why. I don't even know how I got addicted to that shit. I guess it was
Oh,
just.
so true story. Team Rocket stole my Jigglypuff the day before Halloween. Jesse and James walked up to me as I held like a picture of Jigglypuff that I painted, and they were like, "That I want it." Trouble. And I was like, you know what? Just off the strength, y'all could have it.
Yeah. Go. Yeah. Exactly. Oh man. Just why not?
Yeah,
Uh,
you win some and lose some, right?
mm-hmm.
Team Rocket, these niggas play for keeps.
Just don't tell Giovanni, because he'll get pissed off.
You know, I got issues with Giovanni. I feel like he's Red's dad, and no one wants to talk about it. Because how else do you just roll up into Team Rocket's like office like it ain't shit? Every
Be
time
red. Red
somebody's
is a
going
fucking
after you,
badass.
fucking yeah.
Although lately he's been chill ever since the reveal.
Isn't Red on the Aloha games?
Yep.
I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest.
Basically, he still looks pissed off and quiet as ever, but he's like like a little less pissed off. Like, I guess I'm
Mm,
used to it.
yeah, it's fucking Pokemon Master 17 years running.
Waiting at the mountain to fucking challenge people.
Exactly. I
It
know,
never
right? The whole
goes
mountain
time.
thing. Although the worst thing about the reveal is that people are already going off like, oh my god, look at Blue. Look, Blue's like on vacation. Let's make Red and Blue a couple. Here we go.
All right, so my biggest issue, right, with this new revamp to Pokemon is fucking Executor being a dragon. How? In what
What?
country?
They couldn't.
Dra- Fucking just longer neck makes him a dragon. technically a
So,
fucking
but does he
Hydra.
give a good does he give a good neck?
I think so. I think so.
That you know what that is? That is just some weird genetic bullshit. That possibly, Professor Oak was just who knows what weird shit he's doing, and somehow a plant is a fucking dragon. All right, good
I
shit.
don't know about the dragon change with the long neck. Gaijin Goomba actually has a pretty good explanation for it.
Um, what is the explanation for it?
Just that palm trees grow bigger in tropical places.
But that's full of shit because there's a bunch of palm trees that were transported to Florida and they just here.
Uh,
They don't actually do
hot
anything.
and
They
hot and
don't.
humid sounds tropical to me.
It's
Yeah, pretty much.
swamp place. No. So I guess all in all, if I play this Pokemon game, I'm getting an Executor just for the sake of Dragonite. Though I still stand firm, I feel like Shuckle is the most badass Pokemon of all time.
Please explain. Please elaborate. Just like I
Okay,
hear.
has the highest defense in the game.
Okay, yeah,
Moves
that's true.
one of the moves turns his super defense into super attack. It's like conversion or some shit. And then any attack that you do afterwards is like super effective no matter what. Magikarp still whack,
Mm.
no matter how deadly his jump may be.
Hold
Still
on.
whack.
Wow, Wolf, come on. That new Duck Trio is not whack. It's beautiful.
That's like saying the new Raichu. The new Raichu is beautiful, but pointless.
Oh wait, I haven't even seen a new Raichu. Do I even want to look at it?
Uh, oh, it's so beautiful. It's like the most elegant Raichu of all time. Like if you had a household domesticated New York City rat, it would be Raichu.
Oh man. Oh yeah, yeah. Man, I gotta double check. I must have missed that one because I was. I know there was a. Oh yeah, Superstar. Oh man.
I love
I bet.
seeing the level up forms. They're great.
Oh, this motherfucker. I thought he was gonna switch. Damn it. Also, how is this plant? Man, Firo, you're a slow bird. How the fuck is jump club faster? Fuck out of here.
So for the record, Sandslash and Sandshrew are now ice steel types.
Wow, and steel?
Yeah, yeah.
That's quite an upgrade. Fuck yeah, I would do that switch.
Uh, Ninetales is an ice fairy type.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I was expecting just plain ice, but when oh yeah, the fairy part.
Meowth is black.
Yeah, no, yeah, that one's yeah, that one's.
Rattata is like a New York subway rat. Yo, I kid you not. Like looks and all, it's just a dark normal type. Fucking Grimer is a dark poison type now and is super colorful. Duck Trio, no one knows anything about. It looks like it's transgendered though. I kid you not, it has blonde hair.
Yeah, I know. I remember what that has to be like the biggest joke ever. Like, hey, let's just give Duck Trio hair. Okay, like, all right, sure. I like that joke.
you know,
That's what it is.
I would really hope that like at some point you get to see the rest of the body Because I feel like Dugtrio would be brolic as fuck underneath the drum.
I know that's like the entire joke of it. Like, oh man. Oh, Erica, is this your fucking gimmick to just put all my Pokemon to sleep? Man, that's not even gonna hurt me. I should switch on purpose. Fuck, I'll take the heat. Wait, how the fuck are you faster? Oh, come on, wake up, bird. You're getting hit. Wake the fuck up. Dude, I love how Pokemon stay into trolls with the RNG. It's like, oh hey, I almost, I almost died of an attack. Oh, but I got paralyzed, at the same hit. Like, just fucking kill me. I don't. Why?
It's like, look at this bullshit we did to you.
Oh man. What was another one? Oh, apparently, one of the Pokemon had 3 critical hits in a row.
Which Pokemon is doing that shit?
And it wasn't even one of those high critical ratio attacks either. I forgot who was it, but it doesn't matter. It's just the fact that Pokemon staying into RNG. It's just the most hilarious shit ever.
Broken stats everywhere.
Tell you what, let me poison you in case you kill me in one shot. Oh, never mind. She's probably gonna use fucking sleep talk and I'm gonna get fucked anyways. Well, I mean sleep. Rest. Yeah, rest. Okay, I was like, I keep forgetting one move before. Yeah, rest. Oh, he survived. Yes. Good fucking shit. Now I can do hyper beams. Call it a day. You did your work, Furo.
Leon.
Yeah.
Should I be watching on Twitch or YouTube?
Huh?
Or his office? Should I be watching on Twitch, YouTube, or his office?
Oh, hold on. I gotta play this smart and focus. Because this setup is bullshit.
I guess I'll give Charizard a try. I think he has like the higher special defense? Maybe. I forgot stuff. Well, I got done with the first part of Gym Leader. Now I'm doing the second half of the Gym Leader, which is the Generation 1 Gym Leaders. So I'm fighting Erica right now. Although I'm so fucking smart, I should have had... Oh, go ahead.
Erica's the psychic, right?
No, the grass.
Ah, okay.
Psychic, I think it's Sabrina. Get it? Like the Teenage Witch? Because, psychic.
Ha ha ha. Oh.
That's fine. That's all I wanted. Don't die, Charizard. Don't die. Oh, come on, Charizard.
Who would you say is like most OP Pokemon in the series?
Including or excluding legendaries?
Including.
Ooh, that's a good one. Either way, it's a tough one, regardless if we exclude or include legendaries.
It is.
I don't remember who was it.
I feel like Nidoking and Nidoking are like close to, just based off of the one-hit ground move. What was it? Earthquake. And
well, at this point, you can just say. Okay, but let me put it this way. Let's exclude those moves, because then at this point, anyone can win with those two. If you have, what do you call it, any move that gives you, like, one turn perfect accuracy and the next one, you get the hit, then honestly, It's like
Yeah.
anyone can win. So let's exclude the fact of the one hit KO moves. What you can then now what? Don't forget now you have sheer code. You have a one hit KO for ice types.
Mm, true.
And I just discovered that as well too. Just the fact that you got that. I almost want to say any Pokemon that has the bullshit. Oh hey, I'm Dark and Ghost, so I actually have no fucking weaknesses. Like
Mm,
there's been some nonsense like that, and I'm trying to remember. But the funny thing is, at least it's balanced that they're not really that strong. Like Sable Eye was a perfect example, and I'm like, oh, but he's not even that fucking strong. So it's
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Although, who would I say? Oh, actually, you can straight up just say Blaziken, depending on the ability.
True,
I
true.
had people tell me that Blaziken actually breaks the game, and therefore he's banned on Pokemon Showdown, the battle simulator.
I thought it was just the one that you get for DLC,
Well, no, just in general. Like even
like the fucking
'cause
pre-order Blaziken.
actually that's interesting how they do the newest one. Like they actually balance it out. But that's the funny thing is, I think the people that made the game wasn't even aware of that strategy. So that's why, because I used to play. Well, I guess I'll still play it once in a while if Superstar wants me to play it. The Battle Simulator, which it holds everything from up to Generation 6 or 7, and now I'm gonna
Anything
fucking lose.
past anything past Generation 3, I am completely ignorant about.
I am pretty much now slowly learning the whatever new shit they're coming up with. So get ready, get your mind blown because now there's a new type, which is fairy.
I thought fairy was always a thing.
Nah,
Nope,
I started like last.
fairy started in. Oh, was it the last
I
one?
think so.
Oh God.
Yeah.
What is like what weakness is there for fairy? What is it like dark type?
Um, Superstar, you had to explain me that one again. I think I had asked her and she told me, but I forgot. I think Fairy was to balance out the Dragon types because I think just Dragon types in general are kind of broken because they didn't have too many weaknesses.
Yeah.
Kingdra, I don't think Kingdra is overpowered like OP enough, but because of the bullshit defense Kingdra has, it's annoying enough that the only thing you can harm is Dragon type. So
Yeah.
Ice type is out of the question, and the special defense and defense is high as in general,
Mhm.
but it's not quite OP enough. Um, I'm trying to remember which legendary was bullshit. I guess Mew, depending what kind of move set you want to run.
Yeah.
Fairy is weak to steel and poison.
And dragons are weak to fairy, aren't they?
Maybe not. Oh yeah, exactly. Like yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I read that. I heard you incorrectly for some reason. Um, okay, I definitely need an electric type. That's why I did wrong. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Why the fuck did I not get an electric type? What am I thinking?
Holy shit, there's really 18 different types. Jeez.
Yep.
Fairies are weak against poison and steel.
Because honestly, I can't tell you anymore who's OP because I used to remember what was OP during Generation 3. But at that point, I was like, yeah, lost it, you know.
Yeah.
But as for legendaries goes, man, who the fuck did I say at one point? I'm trying to remember what legendary was actually really legitimately OP. And oh yeah, and for the record, let's not count Generation 1 because Generation 1 was full of glitches anyways.
Mm.
Some moves didn't
You
work. I
paralyze.
think
What's that?
there were some moves that just straight up didn't work in Gen One.
Yeah, exactly. Or if you paralyze a Pokemon but they're still faster than you somehow.
Mm.
um, some other shit that they just man they pretty the programming was so half-assed that no one they pretty much knew that none of this shit would be discovered until like 20 years later, and someone provided a list of all the dumb things wrong with Generation One.
Splash.
Other than the fact that Mewtwo just having being like one of the only like maybe even the only psychic Pokemon and learning
No,
amnesia, you cannot ever defeat
Alakazam.
him. All right, sorry,
Alakazam.
I forgot. Yeah,
That's
sorry.
nuts.
I,
Wasn't Venom? No, not Venom. Butterfree was a psychic type. Uh, actually, I
was
don't.
was it considered psychic at the time? I must have already missed that. Then. Damn. Well, I done goof.
No, no, my mistake. Flying bug. But I know that Butterfree learned psychic.
It can. It's just for some reason. Nah, let's not make her psychic. Instead, let's make Venomon. Oh no, not even either. Not even Venomon. And Venomon can also learn psychic moves.
It's fucking
What,
ridiculous.
which is the other funny part about it.
And they're both weak. They both weak to psychic types.
Oh man. I also love how they changed the property over. At one point, poison used to be super effective against bug, or vice versa, and then they switched it on Generation Two.
Mm.
So, yeah, there are like a lot of things wrong with Pokemon One, but none of that shit would have been discovered until like 10 or 15 years later, and then they're like, oh, okay, here's a list. Here's all the silly dumb things about Pokemon, like in general Pokemon Generation One. Raikou, what do you do? All right, hold on. Where's my homeboy? Where the fuck are you? I love how I forget their names too. The Pokemon Electro. There we go. I mean, there's Voltorb, but my homeboy Electro. Oh yeah, look how fast you are. You're definitely in there.
He's
If I see that fucking Vaporeon one more time. Oh, what's that? No.
Electrode is dumb fast just so he can explode on you faster.
Yep. Self-destruct. It does more damage when the HP is lower, right?
Think so.
I know one was explosion, the other one's self-destruct. One is for higher HP, the other one's for lower.
Hmm. Explosion is probably the higher one.
What do you call it? Self destruct is 255 damage base. Explosion is 400.
Hmm.
Jesus.
So if you think Hyper Beam does enough damage, imagine explosion. And Hyper Beam's only 150.
Pause. Geodude is a psychic type?
What?
Repeat that again.
Geodude.
Is a what?
Psychic. No, that's gotta be an edit.
Yeah, that's an
I
edit.
was about to say what? What website are you on?
Unless that's a new Alola form.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
That would break the down. That would be like mind blowing right there. Like, oh, they want to go that far? All right. Jeez. Come on, How? How Laboratories or whatever company, whatever Pokemon company.
We're gonna have to change it from how to how.
I know.
Nigga, how labs? Why labs?
Um, I'm surprised they haven't run out of fucking ideas. The fact that they started putting Pokemon as furniture was like, no, now I'm definitely done with this fucking series. Are you kidding me? I want a fucking washing machine as a Pokemon? Hell no.
You want a
Put that shit in the
chandelier?
junker.
You want ice cream?
Yeah, chandelier. Oh my goodness.
Is it stupid
I like how
enough for
somehow
you?
chandelier made a Pokken. Oh man. What a fucking world we live in.
Oh man, I blame everything on this political season,
Mm.
and I blame the political season on R. Kelly. So I think it's all coming back. It's all 360ing around.
Uh, Good. I'm glad I fucking missed. Piece of shit. Actually, let me explain how funny Pokemon Stadium 2 RNG is. There'll be a moment where just both your Pokemon, your opponent's deck, you both just miss, even though it's a 100% accuracy move. You both will miss for some fucking reason.
They just selling it
I've never
like a
heard of.
wrestling match.
No, God. Just stare down. Pokemon youth struggle. Yeah. Is Jigglypuff
Pokemon uses
really a
struggle. The
flying
struggle
fairy
was
type?
real.
Is Jigglypuff really a balloon for the Alola form?
There's
Oh, I
already a
didn't even know.
balloon
I gotta see
Pokemon.
that now. I didn't even know. Oh yeah!
Fucking
Oh,
string balloon.
Fucking
fuck!
Drifloon,
Oh,
creep
why?
ass.
Oh man, this
It
is
likes to
great.
drift near children, and then when they touch it, it floats away with them.
Oh yeah,
Oh
like
my
that one.
god.
Yeah, that one. I know what cartoon you're talking about. Oh my god, that cartoon.
No, that's in its data.
Oh, it's
That's
Really?
like that's in its
wow.
bio.
I know there's one that's like, hey, this Pokemon used to be human and now it's dead.
The thing with the mask, and it holds
Yeah,
it holds the face of what it once was when it was human.
it's fucked up,
Hmm.
man. Pokemon just took a really dark turn for no
Pokemon didn't
reason.
take a dark turn at all. It's always been like that.
It's
I
always
know.
yeah.
Fucking
Well,
Cubone.
you know what I mean. Oh shit. Well, at least Marowak is now a ghost fire type.
Hmm.
What the fuck? That's a combo? Oh Jesus Christ! Never mind. That's oh god. I don't even know what kind of weird fucking mix they're coming up with now. Ghost fighting? Oh jeez.
Who's ghost fighting?
Oh, that's what you said. My bad.
No, no. Marowak is a ghost fire type.
Ghost fire. Sorry. I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
it's got flames on its bones. The trio looks like Hanson. This is great.
Oh
Oh,
baby.
sup, Roku.
Um,
You could join the chat if you want.
the reason I say this because I think there's a Pokemon that's actually steel and poison, and I'm like, excuse me?
Who's still in poison?
I forgot who it was. I know my homeboy. What do you call it? The that one weird like steel Pokemon that happens to be steel psychic. He's like
Steelix.
one of my favorites. I forgot his name. Oh, Metagross.
Oh,
Yo, my homeboy. Yeah. He knows what's up.
That ain't right.
I like Registeel only because the voice they gave him in the movie. It's like, oh, your boy DJ Registeel.
Damn, why am I listening to this bitch? To be honest, though, it almost comes down to the point where it's not even how OP the Pokemon can be, but how OP can you like figure out the
Can
setup.
you make it?
Like here, yo, let me do this. Okay, first of all,
Let me slap this bullshit on
what
it.
was
Make it do what it do.
it's like paralyze it, confuse it, and then somehow leech seed while you're at it, and then switch the fuck out with a different Pokemon.
So that they can really fuck it up.
Or yeah, or even better, play Belly Drum, use Baton Pass, and bring in Steelix. And it's like, oh, he's got the maximum power, and I have the maximum defense. Now get fucked.
No,
I'm
it's
like, well, shit. Pokemon definitely became a trading card game. Shit. Where did these strats come from?
It's like shit. I activated his trap card.
Man, because they got these new moves that they're going nuts now. Like the new move sets, and especially after Generation 3, that's when shit really went downhill on
That fucking
how to win.
the fucking fire cat. Fucking darkest lariat, son.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Best name for a lariat ever.
Popa, psychic ghost type Pokemon introduced in Generation 6. Fucking special attack 150, special defense 130. Broken.
Uh,
Broken as fuck.
just when you hear like someone having a base stat of 150, you already know it's going downhill. But damn, you also give him 130 on something else? Get the fuck out of here. It better be balanced so I can still one hit KO on something. You said Psychic and Ghost, right?
Yep.
Well, they'll still get fucked by Dark. It's just that hopefully you get a one shot because, boy.
Watch out for fucking last resort. Power 140, accuracy 100.
Oh, oh man, that's right. That fucking move.
But you have to use one of each other, like, you have to use one of the other moves, or all of the other moves before using last resort, or it fails.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, hold on, there has to be a catch, cause man, I remember I used to be a scumbag, and I would teach Dragonite Focus Punch after I paralyze him, just in case. And it's like, oh, you're paralyzed? Well, eat this fucking fist. That was always the funniest shit ever when I taught Dragonite. Just the fact that I knew Dragonite can just learn a punching move that's a fighting type, and I'm like, get fucked, Ice. Get fucked, Ice type. I had enough of your shit. Let's go. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna skip Erica for now. Let's bring on the poison. So, Dolphin, I definitely need you. Oh yeah, Alakazam, where the fuck were you? Oh, you're obviously the first one. Now, hold on. What can this chick be rocking? Like, what? Well, I was gonna need a steel type.
Why is there a fire water type? Like, for what reason would anyone need that?
It's like let me have a fucking double weakness to all of my shit. Fuck it.
That's the thing. Like, it's come to the point where now it just feels like a card game. It's like now you're gonna find a mix of everything, and then it's like, man, I wonder, can I rock a this and this and this and that?
Can we just call it what it is? Magic to Yu-Gi-Oh?
Well, Yu-Gi-Oh is Magic the Gathering Light.
Facts. Have you guys ever played that Resident Evil card game?
No, I have not.
There was
Yo,
a
it is
Resident
so
Evil
much fun.
card game?
So,
Yes,
I
it
know,
is
right?
so much fun. So much
I
fun.
chimed in at the perfect time. What is this game?
I will find it.
are you talking about like card game legit, or are you talking about the board game?
It's a board
There was
card
a
game.
board game?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, you can make a board game out of any
Oh
video
my
game.
god! I need this in my life.
I'm curious to know what kind of board game would Resident Evil be, though. Is it
I feel
Clue?
like this is D&D though. Like like someone has to sit there and be like, all right, you're a zombie.
No, there's
Now
like
act.
attack cards and like monster cards and shit like that, and there's a board.
Yeah.
Or that game, the one Bob used to, or currently owns.
Yeah.
What was it? I think they both own it.
It's Resident Evil, the deck building game.
Oh,
Wow. All right.
get the different varieties of zombies.
Oh
Build
yes.
your horde. Take over.
I played it once. One time, the game lasted fucking 45 minutes. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to kill the other person or just survive. Clusterfuck.
Oh no. That sounds awful.
Oh, it was wonderful. It was the greatest experience of life. I played it 3 years ago and still remember it to this day. Four,
Nice.
5 years ago. There we go.
10 years
Five.
ago. It was around 20 years ago.
See, and my friends just come over and we get drunk and play rounds of Catan.
What is Rounds of Catan?
Catan, the board game,
I'm not
the
familiar.
resource hoarding board game. Really? Catan.
Really? Catan. Oh, that shit that I
Settlers.
never quite understood.
Yeah, it's called Settlers of Catan or Catan, however you want to pronounce it. But it's it's an resource hoarding game. It's really interesting. A lot of
How to be an
strategy.
imperialist, the game.
Yeah,
Nice. There are so many maps, so
there's
many
like a
different.
million expansions for this game though, so you can be
Oh,
pirates. You can be, it's
there's
there's a knights and something one, and there's a bunch of them.
there's a digital version I played on the
Yeah,
PS3 a couple years back. It was pretty
cool.
fun.
Yeah, it's fun when you get a bunch of people together and you're sitting there trying to bribe your friend next to you to trade two sheep for one wheat, and you want to do this, and they're just drunk enough to do it.
Valid,
He's like, look,
valid.
man, you're an abundance of sheep, but you ain't an abundance of wheat. Just do it. You
Yes.
You need this wheat. You want to build that city. You need
All right, story time. You guys want to hear a really messed up story?
sure.
Oh
Yes.
boy.
Okay, so this one time I did an art show out here in Florida. It was like my last art show, and I went to go visit the space. It was a cafe out in Cape Coral, and it was me and a bunch of dudes, and they like my first time meeting them, and it was like maybe around 12 a.m. And they were like, "Hey, you want to stick around and play a game of Risk?" And I had to stop and think about this and my future endeavors because I knew how it was gonna go. I met two of them and their girlfriends, and then the other dude was like, he was short, like was missing a couple of limbs, but he was super intelligent.
Wait,
Um,
what?
yeah, yeah. He was born with a really strange disorder, so he had like really short limbs, but one of his feet wasn't developed, and so like he was kind of lopsided, and he rode around on a skateboard. He could do ollies and shit. He did a fucking a wall ollie,
Awesome.
and I cried. Like I legitimately shed tears. It was a
Wait,
computer
did you say
program.
Florida?
Yes.
Wait, did you live near Tampa or something?
No, not quite.
Okay, never
Ish.
mind. I think I know who
About
you're talking about. I think I've seen that skater somewhere.
is his name James?
The problem I don't remember the name, but the fact that he's very much like one of the biggest inspiration when it comes to skateboarders around Tampa and like Bradenton area.
Yo, so yeah, he's born and raised in Florida apparently, and he moved to Colorado a couple of years back. But I did a portrait of him. He was homeless at the time, and the project that I was working on was around homeless people. So
Yeah.
it was the first portrait that I did. His name is James Fox. Shout out to James Fox holding it down, because we literally scammed these dudes in a game of Risk. Now here's where the messed up part comes in. I met both of their girlfriends at the time, and me and James had a private conversation about how these Christian fellows who were like heavily into the faith had these girlfriends, and they were not young, but their girlfriends were young, and they were very insecure and dominating. And I was like, their relationship is going to be ruined within the next 2 years. And James was like, yo, I'll put you to the test. I agree with you, but I feel like they're going to push past it. And I was like, scratch that. They're going to fail, crash and burn after the wedding. Bet money. One of them's going to have a baby. So In the middle of this game of Risk, as I continuously took their territories and then surrendered mid-game and gave everything to James for him to go for the final swoop and kill everyone.
Mm.
It's great. It's awesome. Ultimate. And they got really offended as I distracted them with this conversation about their girlfriends and how they were going to fail in their relationships. Lo and behold, 3 years later, both of them had broken up and gotten divorced to their now ex-wives. One has a baby.
Dirtbag tactics 101. We lie, we cheat, we steal.
So that is my messed up game of Risk. That was the last time I played Risk.
So you and your boy Eddie
Yeah.
Guerrero the shit out of him, and then
Facts, 100%. It was wonderful. It was gonna be great. It's amazing. Gonna do everything. Doing my Trump voice right now. So alas,
Remember how I said how fucked up this Pokemon Stadium is?
how fucked up?
All right. So for starters, this Crobat lands 2 fucking critical hits on Bite. The first time he did Confuse Ray completely failed. The second time he does Confuse Ray, I've actually got hit by Confusion 3 turns in a row. Finally got the attack only to miss.
damn.
Nice.
And now let's see if I can actually win. Because somehow I still survive.
Welcome to the pain train,
Yeah, but go
motherfucker.
ahead, game miss again. Because that was the thing too, where apparently I missed 3 times on a 95 accuracy attack without getting hit by smokescreen or any lower accuracy bullshit.
What's your lineup?
Well, right now I'm rocking. I switched and I decided to fight the one poison gym leader from the first thing. Right now I'm rocking steel and steel psychic and ground. Cause like poison.
Okay.
Let's do fly. Just to take up time. I'm probably gonna win anyway because I got rid of the trump card, which is what do you call it? The trump card that was Crobat. Because Crobat knew Bite, and if I had a Psychic, I would be screwed. And it's flying, so therefore I couldn't really hit him with a ground move. And do Swagger again.
Isn't Crobat weak against Psychic?
Yeah, but it was the counter pick against ground.
Mm.
So it's it's a clever counter pick. Hey, thanks for the swagger, because I did way more damage now. And now I'm gonna get it. That's fine. I did enough damage. That's all I wanted.
Just full of it. Got
Okay,
that
so it's a little
TM87.
easier. Erica's the one that's full of shit. Let's do Alakazam. Unfortunately, it's a Gligar. It's a flying type, so. Oh yeah. Shouts to flying and ground types being a thing.
Wait, how?
Is that an Iron Eagle? Like,
Gligar.
Oh shit. Wait, isn't there a steel flying type?
Yeah, that's a thing too.
Summary. Finally, I beat Solar Rebirth.
hmm?
I was playing Final Fantasy 2 for the last 4 days.
Oh dear God, I feel your struggle.
Oh no, I've been lied to. I can feel so lied to right now. I still have to fight him.
Oh wait, here's my favorite. You know that item, Focus Band?
Yeah.
Well, in this fucking game, my homeboy Dragonite, being one of my favorite Pokemon, held Focus Band twice.
Damn. He got that LeBron James going, just dual sweatbands.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I can't be mad. He's like my favorite Pokemon. It's like, alright, I'll give it to you. It's fine though because I had that moment on an actual Pokemon game where my Dragonite held Focus Band twice, and I'm like, alright, nostalgia. You got me there.
I have to get another one of these motherfuckers.
Why is Dragonair one of your favorite?
There we go.
Or Dragonite one of your favorite Pokemon?
He's just my homeboy. He's always like helped me out in a lot of Pokemon games. He's like the one Pokemon that never fails me.
I gotta think
So it's
about
like,
that for a second. I'm gonna go with a Charizard, just for the nostalgia basis, and Fire Blast. Never goes wrong.
Never.
Except for when it does.
Yeah, when
yeah.
it
Although here's the funny thing. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
uh, it's usually on like an oddish in which it misses. It's like the most
It's
redundant
so
thing.
true.
I think it's a height thing. I don't know.
All I can think of is the original Indigo League where Ash's Charizard just like hated him for half of the entire thing.
Oh yeah.
Just absolutely did not want to do anything. Uh, I just really hated him in general.
All that
Like, you are a
bullshit.
weak motherfucker.
I wouldn't either. Ash is a fucking loser. What
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
tournament has he ever won?
None. None.
Orange League.
Did he?
Did he really?
You
But
can
is that
Orange
even
League.
legit?
That's not canon.
And the Brain Frontiers.
Hmm.
Oh, well, okay, that one's actually legit. Okay, never mind. Yeah. I was like Orange League, man. Fuck the Orange League.
Bunch of losers over there in the
Like a
Orange League.
Psy-ass story. That was like, the.
I'm currently watching like XYZ or whatever it is up to. Yeah. And so
Oh shit, bro.
I think he's in the middle of it right now.
I won't give you any spoilers.
Oh, I've been watching it in English. How awful is it? Does he end up fucking it up?
Doesn't Ash usually end up fucking it up at some point in time?
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, it's all a learning experience for him, right? It's like, well, I'll get him next time.
Fucking eternal 10-year-old. After 7,000 episodes,
Mm-hmm.
he's
You
still
know,
10.
he's not 10. I think they're like 14 now. There's some sort of love story happening
Between who?
between what's the girl's name?
Only love story I've seen is Ash and Misty, and they had that one moment, and Ash was like, nah, I have to be a Pokemon master. Misty, go home.
That's true.
I was gonna say, let's face it, Ash will never get any. He's never
No,
wants it anyways.
it's the girl. I was about to say it's not for lack of trying, apparently, because the girls are like, "The fuck is wrong with this guy?" It's shoot. What's the current girl's name?
Oh, I have no idea. I have.
Yeah. What's Serena?
It's Serena. She's the one that actually likes him, like a lot. Like that's part of the plot. So I'd like to think that maybe he would get some sort of a story arc eventually where he realizes like, wow, there is more to life than just being a Pokemon trainer. I could have real tangible relationships with people.
You know, somehow, I think the only story arc there's gonna be is Ash is gonna realize he's in an eternal Tsukiyomi, and he's ultimately dead by the end of it.
What's our creation? Yeah.
I've been dead this whole time.
Since the Mewtwo arc.
Oh, yeah,
Heads
maybe.
and tails, right? Mm-hmm.
I was going back and watching as many of those movies as I could because I loved them.
That movie would have been great if, you know, everybody didn't get amnesia and forget the lesson they learned.
Every movie is like standalone, right? Like it absolutely just
I think the
doesn't.
Lucario one happens. I think that one actually matters.
Did
Yeah,
it?
they
I
never
watched
mentioned
the.
Articuno, Moltres, or Zapdos ever again.
Yeah, I watched.
Because it's like, yeah,
and
they're
you know,
legendaries, but well, look at these fucking gods now. Who gives a shit about legendary?
Yeah, Yeah, it was
Yeah,
good as shit. Yeah, exactly.
like I watched the new one. I think it was like what Legend of Koopa, whatever it was, and I'm like, oh really? This is ridiculous. So there's now a god, kind of.
Well, wait. Can we do a throwback Thursday to like on a Sunday with fucking God Zinjar and God Jigglypuff
What?
wreck the world? Like God Zinjar, who's like Godzilla height, tattoos, tribal tattoos all over him,
Yeah.
and Jigglypuff just going ham.
Ah, the game is freezing. Fuck.
Well,
Sorry.
What,
Sorry.
what are you playing?
Um, I'm playing Battleship Brigade, but it's a demo, and so
Is it a demo or beta?
I give up.
it's a demo because I like to back games, and so I backed them enough money that I got a demo to play, and I got a code, and so I'm playing it, and it's great, and then it just froze in the middle of this level, and I failed.
Mm,
well, good thing's a demo, right?
Hmm.
We wouldn't want that in a full game to be fucked.
Yeah, no.
that's
There's
that would
something
suck.
really wrong with this.
Uh, I
Nah.
think these things have more defense when there's fucking things on the screen. This is tedious as fuck.
Wait, do they just like circle back and forth?
Yeah, they don't attack. They're
How
just
fucking
spiky and annoying.
so
But this
so
thing
when
that
you
I'm
just
trying to slash at, there we go. Fucking finally.
Oh, I lost the level.
oh
I hate Final
no.
Fantasy 2. Fuck this game.
That has been the theme of Sunday. Fuck this
This
game.
man was messing around with me.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck this game. Seriously, I just lost 80 to 352. God damn it.
Okay, this is
Damn.
okay. All right, we could do this.
Ah.
Leon, what was the name of that word that you gave? The word of the
Recalcitrant.
day? Recalcitrant? What is it?
What
Recalcitrant.
word?
Recalcitrant? Recalcitrant? Something like that?
Rakazistan.
Recalcitrant.
Yeah,
Recalcitrant.
recalcitrant. Yes. That is the word of the day, ladies and gentlemen. It is being super stubborn in an arrogant fashion.
Sounds like me.
Nice. Nice.
So, since it's the word of the day, this is the part where we all scream like a bunch of animals.
You all right? Fucking
What am I
tiger
hearing?
legs.
That was sorry. That was my dog revving up to jump on the bed.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I understand now.
Yeah,
I was like, man, what is going on?
it was her nails clicking on the floor. We only have hardwood floors, and so
It's one down.
sometimes she like revs up to try and get enough momentum to jump on bed.
I'm questioning how tall your dog is versus how tall her legs are.
She's actually a tall dog, but the problem is that she has zero traction on hardwood floor, and
Fuck
so
off.
she's got to kind of get a little bit more speed in there because she
Mm,
can't plant her feet.
I see. Dogs need
She
to adapt.
she's
Mm,
a Tennessee training walker coonhound.
what?
She's a Walker Texas Ranger
Tennessee.
Coonhound, all right?
All right.
Yeah, she'll walk your Texas Ranger. Chases raccoons up trees and barks with them.
Raccoons climb trees. Figured they were too
Raccoons
lazy for that shit.
generally live in trees, sir.
I thought they were too lazy for that shit. All right, that's valid.
The more you know.
Yeah.
No. If there's food on a tree, they're sure as hell not lazy for that shit. Like, oh well.
No, that's valid.
They
But
they generally
who ain't
live in
food in a
trees.
tree?
Just like possums actually live like in trees a lot as well.
I thought they lived in burrows.
Not possum.
Opossum or possum?
They're the same thing.
That was a joke. Made it funny.
It's a dad joke.
Hmm.
Mmm.
So I've been told. I tell a lot of dad jokes, which is particularly really bad.
He does, but like
Really
he puts a
concerning.
lot of freaking oomph into them. Like the faces he makes that he come on.
Yes, I laugh at them. I appreciate my dad jokes. One day, one day my seed will too. Uh, and he shall be named Spawn Killer.
Mmm. Just saying, you probably shouldn't name your child your seed or refer to it as that.
Okay, my Gundam seed.
That's even
Even
worse.
worse.
Possums live in or near wooded areas, especially
Are
those
you
near water.
Wikipediaing this? Yes,
Yes,
you
I
are.
am. Possums do not build their own shelters. They take cover in abandoned dens or nests of other animals, such as from skunks or foxes. They will also take cover in sheds or old
Because
buildings.
everybody else is
Motherfucking
So, like,
bitches.
skunks.
the ultimate hobos are possum.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Also, motherfucking skunks. My dog got sprayed by one. I hate them.
Oh, that sounds nice. You know, just like
I mean, they were just
perfume
giving
for
me perfume.
dogs.
Yeah, thank you. You beat me to it.
What is this level of bullshit?
What are you playing? I haven't even looked at the stream.
Chaos Legion.
Mmm.
Is that Cerberus?
It's a bunch of bullshit, is what it is.
I'm gonna shut off this game. Maybe it'll survive as I restart it. Why does it hate me so much? I just wanna beat it.
All right, I'm doing this all wrong. Gotta call out my homies.
Damn, get fucked, Blaine. I guess the only thing is, I'm the only person cooking is me.
Cook what?
So, Leon, is this like single mode or is this challenge mode? I don't
No, this
understand
is a
what's going
boss
on.
fight.
This is a boss fight.
Yes,
This is kind of terrifying.
this is just happening right now, and I have to deal with it.
Oh, this fucking Flareon thinks she can just fucking twerk at me? What the fuck?
What?
Like, she's doing it again. She's wiggling her booty like for an attack.
You
You know?
mean it's wagging its tail?
Oh, sorry, wagging.
Woo, that was
Whatever.
it.
Would
That
you
was a
believe
good
it?
one.
None of that.
That was a
I
But
nice little
I'm
counterattack.
gonna go with twerking and wagging are two very different things.
Yes, wagging is
Nah, I'm
what
actually.
fucking Hannah Montana used to do.
Oh.
Oh!
yeah, you're right, creation. He does look like a Robotnik.
She's still sporting those like platinum blonde dreads.
Maybe.
Turn
I don't know.
tag is
I don't actually
anomaly.
follow like most popular culture stuff, so
Somehow
Neither do
she's
I.
one of the judges from The Voice.
I
Somehow
also
she's.
don't have cable, so I wouldn't know.
That's fine. That's a good
I
thing.
just had to pick up my head and pay attention to it when that shit was happening. It was like, oh, twerking is stupid. We hate twerking. It's like, no, that's not twerking. What she's doing
It's
is
like
not that.
turkey
She
stuffing.
doesn't have the
I
equipment.
don't really know. At one point, she was on stage with like a unicorn dildo
What?
as
Yeah,
as
she
an
would.
outfit.
The
How did
only the only thing that I like remember was her in the dreads in the high ponytail and wearing like suspenders where the with no shirt, but the suspender straps were the only thing like covering the nipple. And that's the only photo I can recall where I was like, wow, that's fucked up.
I think that's like her attempt of getting out of fame, and it just didn't work so well.
Yeah, right. It's just all an elaborate ruse. She's like, I just don't want people to pay attention to me anymore, so I want to make them hate me.
Normally, people just like go away for a while.
No, that was her being, look how adult I am, you guys. Aren't I an
Yeah, I
adult?
know. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. That was I had to think about like, hold on. Well, you know,
Mm.
she got
Yeah, I mean,
tired of being called Hannah Montana. That's pretty much what it is
Hmm.
to it.
well, she got her start in the Disney Channel, but not just the Disney Channel, but like the country station. And so
She's a really
she was
good country singer.
yeah,
That's
she
for
was just
certain.
trying to get herself like away from that.
By fitting in. Okay.
Um,
No, I'm more like trying to get off of the Hannah Montana train, if anything.
by culturally appropriating the shit out of absolutely everything she touched, yes.
It almost felt like, forgive me for saying this, but it almost felt like every person who's been on Disney has taken a turn for the worse after leaving Disney.
I hate the term cultural appropriation so much.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean,
because
there is a
like
cultural
it's used
appropriation.
under the false pretense that you can literally steal someone's culture.
That's
I
true.
mean, technically you
You
can, but it
can't
involves
because stealing
historical.
something means that they don't have it anymore.
That's
Uh,
also true.
you know, I'm just saying, there's been quite a few cultures that have kind of lost their way
Mm,
or have
yeah,
been
but
utterly destroyed.
they haven't lost their way to that. I think the problem is when the reason that I have an issue with cultural appropriation as like the way that I look at it is that if it's okay for if it's not okay for like a black woman to wear her hair in cornrows, but suddenly it's okay for me as like a Middle Eastern woman to wear my hair in cornrows, like that's fucked up because it should be okay for anyone to wear that. In the sense of no one should be persecuted because they are wearing it. Not it's the cool new amazing thing. It's like no, this is what it is,
Yeah,
and it doesn't
when
matter
dumb
who
shit like
wears
that
it.
happens, then yeah. But like they need to leave poor little Hillary Duff alone for wearing a fucking pilgrim costume and her boyfriend wearing an Indian costume for
Yeah,
Halloween.
I'm not.
Come on,
I'm not digging that.
she don't even
You know
have
what?
any fucking any scandals.
Yeah,
She
right.
one of the
I
girls who made
forgot
it
she
out of
was
Disney
rebel
pretty
prevalent.
clean.
Mm, mm,
I
I
forgot she
don't
was so
know.
relevant. I thought
She
she was like,
wasn't
oh yeah,
until they brought
proper
her up. It
woman.
was like,
Yeah,
look at what she's
Yeah,
doing.
yeah.
like she doesn't really do that much anymore. She's got two kids, and she moved
I
on.
think she took a shot at a pop career like a year ago.
Tried.
Makes sense.
I don't even know
I
if there
mean,
was
as an entertainer, sure.
an entire album. I know all I know is that there was a song. I don't remember what the
Oh,
song was, but
I mean, she used to sing in that show she was in too.
yeah.
So.
Lizzie McGuire.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Why do I remember that name?
Oh man, I love that show.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
then
actually
there
a
love
was,
decent
that
show,
both
actually.
and then there was Gordon, the friend.
Gordon.
Poor guy.
Mhm.
He was always just the friend,
Yep.
totally in love with her.
That's a really commonplace thing.
It is in TV shows. Yeah.
Do you think that has
How
some
do I get
effect
over there?
on societal views in terms of friendship and how they should be portrayed by gender biases?
I think that at the time that the show was a sign of the times. I feel like that it's changed, but I do feel that like a lot of women probably keep guy friends as safety nets.
That's valid. I know I keep a lot of women friends as safety nets.
That's okay. I mean,
No, it's not. It's actually really not.
it's unhealthy for you.
It's unhealthy for everyone
Mm, but
because it suggests that one has to have a safety net of people who are attracted to them is very suggestive of their confidence level.
that is true. Um, but I also feel like a lot of people misunderstand that. If I want to be friends with a guy, I should be allowed to be friends with him without there being like some sort of sexual tension all the time.
Yeah,
I'd like
I
to think
totally
like
agree.
I have a group of friends that are guys, but also have girlfriends. That I'm like, okay, I'm cool with this. I just like to hang out with these people.
Mm. I have some friendships that are very open about sexual tensions, and I like to keep the two separated. You know,
Mm.
like yeah, I'll go out to a party with you, or we can go grab some drinks, but I am never being alone with you ever.
Ooh, that's that's all kinds of bad. I feel like we're about to hit Codependence Anonymous here.
Um, hey, there's a reason I moved all the way out to Florida and was bumblefuck.
Well, whatever you feel was right for you.
It's right for everyone. Whimper.
Oh,
Oh,
oh.
you're such a martyr.
Well,
Saint
okay, I
Willem.
guess.
One must be down for the cause always.
Sacrifice yourself for the cause.
Oh yeah, 100%. If you don't sacrifice yourself for the cause, what are you sacrificing for?
I wouldn't.
Mm?
God, I wish
Yeah,
there was a kill
yeah.
count so I could know when these fucking items are dropping. Item drops every 100th enemy.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's annoying.
But there's no
Seeing
kill
how it
count,
takes
so
100 hits to
sometimes
kill an enemy.
I'll see out of the corner of my eye, hey, there's a health item, and it's gone.
Oh,
Go destroy. I gotta lock on to something. This place is a goddamn mess.
Really, Pokemon Stadium? All right.
You just started shooting fire out of nowhere.
oh. Sorry if you hear me. I'm eating.
What are you eating?
I made.
I was waiting for that.
I I made trout roll-ups. So like trout and spinach and onions with a little bit of breadcrumbs, and you roll it up and bake it.
So is it like an egg roll of trout?
Not fried, but yeah, I guess.
It's more like a
Fair
trout
enough.
roll of trout.
Trout roll.
Wow, this fucking Pokemon won't die, but hey.
You take a fillet of trout and you make your filling and you spread it on the trout and then you just roll it up.
Nice.
Mm. I cook a lot, a lot.
I mean, if you're on a farm, I definitely suggest cooking might help pass the time.
Might help get rid of some of these 4,000 eggs I have.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, that's a lot of eggs.
It's okay. The dogs eat them too. So,
That's high in cholesterol, isn't it?
good cholesterol actually. I think they're
Ah,
really good for your heart.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fair. I'll keep that in mind.
Everything in moderation, but an egg or two a day is actually pretty good for you. And they're really high in protein, so they're great for your dog's coat. I
Mm,
just crack them raw into a bowl and they go nuts for them.
we'll keep that in mind.
It also does creep people out though that I do eat raw eggs.
It's not exactly the
Gives
most
a shit
creepiest
what your
thing in the
dog
world.
eats. Like they need to chill
Oh
out.
well, I like regular. I like eggs in all forms,
It's like as
but
long as you're not
I do like
heating
eggs
them,
raw.
feeding them like people, then it should be fine.
I I don't know. Sometimes
Cause
people
like
will
my dog
feed
eats
me
razor blades and
dogs.
drill bits. Like as long as
He's
it's
a
Chill.
not that.
badass motherfucker
Yeah,
with
wow,
no
that's
teeth.
what a hard ass.
His gums is made of stone. Great calluses.
Is your dog's teeth like Jaws from the golden James Bond
Yeah,
Jaws?
its teeth are
He's
mini
got
bear
like
traps.
titanium teeth now. That's just what they do. They put titanium teeth in. So it's got
Titanium fillings.
dentures, titanium dentures.
Wait, seriously? Or
No,
no?
no.
No,
Okay.
no, no. One,
I
that's
was
too
about to say
expensive. Second of
your
all,
dog got grills.
I know, yeah, exactly.
It's to help in the dogfighting ventures.
Yeah, right.
Oh man.
I know that they cap dogs' teeth with titanium to in dogfighting rings,
That makes a lot of fucking sense.
and yeah, so that they don't break their teeth.
That must be a very expensive venture. How much do you think it takes or costs to get a dog ready for a dog fight? I'm just
I
asking for, curiosity's sake.
I'm just asking for a friend,
Just asking for
so
a
I can
friend.
tell him to not do that.
yeah, right. No idea, but as someone that has a lot of titanium in their ears and my nose, I will say that titanium is not that expensive at all.
Wait. You have a lot of titanium in your ears and your nose.
Piercings.
Are you like,
Piercings. I have
oh, I
many
was going with
piercings.
Wolverine with that weapon factor?
With the X Factor.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Whatever you want to believe, baby.
Level 3 X
Whatever you
Factor.
want to believe.
It's the X Factor,
Um,
Uncle Cracker. Uh,
But yeah, no, I've got six, seven, eight. I've got eight piercings right now.
Nice.
So,
Uh, do any of them happen to be inhabited by genies of sorts?
did you just say genies?
Yes, that was a magic reference. Thank you. You're welcome.
I was about to say, were you just making a dig at me for being Middle Eastern?
No, no.
hold on,
no,
wait.
come on,
You
hey,
trying to take that
what?
back? Hold on, let me backtrack.
You want to roll that compliment back? No, I'm kidding. I'm just fucking with you, man. I
This is
understood.
great.
I was like, you making a dig at me? Got my people from the sand.
Good old Sam people holding it down.
I don't know.
Well, when you say you're Middle Eastern,
Mm.
what country does your heritage range from?
So, half my family is Bedouin, which is nomadic people, and so it's mostly the Sinai Peninsula, but it goes really like Israel, Jordan, like Syria, Lebanon, and it can go as far as oh shoot, I can't remember the name of the place.
All right, so I generally got the gist of it. You're basically like your family's from the Seven Sands, like literally all Seven Sands.
Well, the problem is that when you come from a nomadic culture, that somebody somebody made a lot of lines where there didn't used to be a lot of fucking lines.
I totally understand that. That's part of the diaspora of it all.
Yeah, so it's Israel, Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, and Azerbaijan, which is on the Caspian Sea.
Nice. Have you ever been to the Caspian Sea?
I have not. I've been to Israel though, so I've been on the Mediterranean Sea and to Jordan.
All right. Have you ever skipped across the Mediterranean Sea and found your way into Greece?
I have not, but I would like to go one day.
It sounds like it would be fun.
Mm.
Just
Yeah,
I'd
that's pretty
really,
dope.
I'd
bad
really
weather.
love to like go on a rambling journey through the Middle East, um, into Central Asia.
I'll be
But the
down for that.
problem,
Check the newspaper,
yeah,
see if you have more money than their GDP in your wallet currently.
I do. It's so at least in Israel, it's 3.8 shekels to the U.S. dollar, and then
Mhm.
the farther out you go from Israel, the the better it gets for me to trade money in.
Is trading money even an option at this point, or would you have to like do a transfer within the area
You
before you can head out?
it depends. Sometimes your bank will do it, but if like I was going to like the Caspian Sea, I would probably have to do it in country because
Mm.
you know how how often are they really going to be like, yeah, no, we totally have that money just hanging out.
Yo, PayPal. I'm just saying, it takes about 3 to 5 days. They'll transfer anything in any way, shape, with a quickness.
um
Or Ventrilo.
Shit.
so Azerbaijani manat, which is the money, is 60 cents to the US. No, it's 60 cents US dollar to one manat. So that's not bad, except for the fact that one manat would probably buy you lunch.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Not
the
bad at
other
all.
thing to realize is like money has different, values all over the world, and so your money may go. You may get less money in another country, but your money may go farther.
Mm. Resource based.
Yeah. When I lived in Korea for a while, we used to think of it as one to one, but it's really like $1
Oh
to
my hell.
1,000 won, or 1,200 won, and so
Mm.
that 1,000 won is actually worth more in country than a U.S. dollar is,
Mm.
because it can buy you more.
Okay.
You can buy lunch for 3,000 won, which is $3.
Which
Yeah.
is comparable to New York, where you buy lunch for $5 at one of the local bodega spots. Shout outs to your Hispanic
You're
bodegas.
lucky if you can get $5. Like if I buy lunch in Berkeley, it's like $7, 7 to $10 easy, and it's something
See,
small.
this is why I tend not to pay for things myself,
Mm-mm.
but I appreciate your incentive for helping out your local economy.
I mean, I usually make my lunch.
Or
I'm a really bad example of this.
you
Like
could just get Hala. I mean Hala.
Hala, hala,
challah,
hala, hala.
like bread. Did you just tell me to get bread?
Is that
That's the
I have no
is
idea
that
what
what
you even
challah
just
said.
is?
insist upon that for all day.
Hey, bread and water goes a long way.
Bread.
Bread, butter, and water. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, challah is like egg bread.
That sounds really filling.
It's
I
quite delicious as French toast.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yep, it does make a garlic French
It
toast.
makes a badass French toast. Or
Hmm.
really good bread pudding.
bread pudding I'm gonna pass at, but French toast I'm always down for it.
Yeah, I'm always.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I was a griddle chef in college for 2 years, so I make some badass breakfast.
Wait, what is a griddle chef? That's like an actual specialty of chefliness.
Uh, yes. I worked the 5 a.m. shift at my university, and so I cooked eggs, omelets, like on a flat top griddle.
Mm.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think I know where. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. And so like I had two spatulas and like a bunch of ingredients next to me, and so I would always have like a line around the corner, and it's like, all right, what do you want? Eggs.
Nice.
You want bacon and mushroom and cheese, and I'm making four omelets at once, and yeah. So
Okay,
it
so
was
that
a
I want to
fun,
talk.
fast-paced job.
I'm glad you said that. Now I have a very valid question to ask, something that I've been searching for the answer to for weeks on end.
Yes.
How do I poach an egg?
Oh, well, heat up your water, put a little bit of vinegar in it,
Hmm.
and then take a spoon and stir the pot and make a little cyclone in the pot, not going too fast, and then drop the egg in.
The real answer is don't bother.
Fuck.
Actually, there's a really easy way that you can do something similar, which is you take an egg and you crack it in a like little sandwich baggie, and you boil the egg in the baggie, and it makes essentially a poached egg. It's a cheat.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
cheating is fundamental sometimes.
You can also make hard-boiled eggs in your oven by just taking the eggs and putting them in a muffin tin and putting them in the oven.
Wow. Wow, I just learned really cheap ways of making eggs. I'm gonna go with the poach, but for hard boiled, I'm gonna stick with the good old hot
Actual boiled.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
don't need
great
all
way to
that.
make a lot of eggs at once.
Hmm.
So, like, if I have
Okay.
a lot of eggs that I need to use up, I will pop them in a muffin tin and just bake, a dozen eggs.
Mm.
And eggs are porous, and so you just steam the eggs, and it's the same as hard boiling them.
That's good to know. All right, so have you ever had a situation where you boiled an egg and like a half-born chick came out?
I've cracked a bunch of eggs on the griddle, and there were half,
Oh,
some
pollute.
chicks in them.
Was it as brutal as I imagine it to be?
Uh, it looks really, it looks, it looks kind of fucked up.
Those are
um,
actually like
Wait.
delicacies in
So I have a
fucking what is
question.
it,
So have you ever
Brazil?
tried balut?
What South American country where that's actually fucking
oh, it's balut. It's Indonesia, right?
yeah.
Or Philippines.
It's Philippines.
Philippines, yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's a duck though. That's a fermented duck fetus.
Well, yeah, fuck ducks. So I'm
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
about that life. Um, Chickens are a little bit more delicate. They look cute than
Ducks are fucking
chicks.
rapists.
Yeah.
Yes, I had
So
one.
earlier I wasn't talking about shala. I was talking about I mean hala, hala. The wasn't the food that you could buy from the vendors. The lamb chicken.
Good old halal chucks. Hello.
Halal meat. Got it. Got it. Okay,
Good
makes
old lamb
sense.
over
No,
rice.
there's actually two pronunciations for that. Something.
There's
Where
only
are you
one
from,
pronunciation
sweetie?
in New York. Chicken over rice. That white sauce, that red sauce.
Where are you from, Omni?
I think around the New York area.
Cool.
You have an accent about you. Where's the accent from?
I guess Korean.
Is that
Oh,
Korean?
Hangul.
Yeah.
Fart.
Hana salamio.
I know that's like, oh my god. I'm sitting here talking about how I lived in Korea, and it's like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm Korean. Shit. Nice.
Okay, so you lived in Incheon, before?
No, I lived in Anandang. I went to Hanguk University.
Oh, that's awesome. Wait, what did you
Thank
study
you.
there?
So I'm an environmental science. I was an environmental science major and studied international communication. So like international relations on environmental issues, which I feel like I was not a good environmentalist because I ordered jajangmyeon all the time.
Mm.
For those who don't know, what is jjajangmyeon?
It's
Black
black
bean
bean
noodles,
noodles.
but
Black
they
noodles.
it's delivered. So in Seoul, all not all, but a lot of restaurants are hugely into delivery culture, and it's
Mm.
amazing. McDonald's delivers at like
Yeah,
3 in the morning. It's amazing.
Japan too.
Yeah, ah, so great. You're up studying late, and you're like, I want pancakes. McDonald's.
Wait,
Valid.
have you ever been to Pizza Hut in Seoul? It's the best Pizza Hut I've ever been to.
I've never been to Pizza Hut. The only fast food I went to was McDonald's, and it was like life changing. It's
Yeah,
the
like
only way to explain it.
all the fast food in Korea is actually a lot better. I mean, yeah, actually a
Yeah.
lot better. But like nowadays, because of the Chinese pollution,
She's
the
from New
food
York,
has
so
just gone.
pizza's kind of a
Yeah,
lock.
Yeah. Go for that
in
cheese
Korea, there's
bro.
like a thing. There's like a trend. There's like a pizza. You just like carry it around with you. It's like in a cone, like a paper cone.
Oh yeah, I've been
It's
seeing a lot
called
of
like
that
cone
here.
pizza or something.
Yeah,
Uh huh.
they have some pizza here now. It's really strange to me still.
Well, like it. So in Korea, like street food is king, and
Yeah, it's cheap too.
it's cheap. It's good. And it's also part of like this night culture that we don't have in America. That is just incredible.
Yeah, that's how I
Like,
miss. Yeah, that's what I miss a lot about Korea too.
yeah, because it's like the perfect time. They close off the streets so that all the vendors come out. There's no traffic there. And then you get to go out and hang out with your friends and eat food and walk around. And like, it's really nice. And it's this whole night culture that we don't really have here. And this drinking culture that's a lot of fun.
Is
Okay,
that in?
so for the record, I spent a week in New York a couple of months ago. I think it was like September, like August, September, and they had a Harlem Week, which involved closing off,
Dave
parts of
East?
Harlem, and they had a bunch of vendors out. And I went to one of the vendors and I was like, "Hey, I'm hungry. Give me some food." And they gave me some seafood. It was like 3 pieces of shrimp and 2 pieces of fish, not even the size of my hand. I have a fairly medium-sized hand. It was like $24, and I had to question my
What?
reality. Yeah.
See, and you get like a cup of something like tung which is like fried pork. You'd get like a medium sized cup of that for like
Mhm.
5,000 won, which is $5. And then they'd put like sweet sauce on sweet sour sauce on it. Oh, it's like crispy pork. It's so good.
I'm jelly.
Wait,
Oh, and uh, man, I'm really hungry right now.
Actually,
Aren't
thanks.
you
I'm
eating
hungry as well. So
what's the sea?
sprout
What's
roll?
the seafood from Airporto? 511 W 125th Street.
Yeah, yeah.
That place is bomb though. It's
Oh,
really good.
but expensive apparently.
It was all right.
Yeah, it's very expensive actually.
Oh,
It was okay. It wasn't the greatest. Um, I legit enjoy like fine dining experiences.
oh,
So I
me
really want
too.
to say, one of my favorite places is a Greek place out in Long Island City. I can't remember what the name is. The prices are fairly decent though. Like you can get a full meal for about $50. Appetizers range from like 8 to 17. Greek Mediterranean.
Nice. It's really funny. Like that's really expensive, Like if you go to Israel and you get falafel, it's junk food. It considered in Israel because it's like falafel ball with French fries and like tzatziki sauce and Israeli salad and like all of that stuff. And um it's like 10 shekels, which is I don't know, like 450, and it's considered as comfort food. And in America, it's all considered health food, which is hilarious.
That's stupid.
um,
Isn't falafel fried?
Yes.
yes, and
How does that work?
people consider it health food here, which is
Because they're
weird. They're like,
stupid.
it's healthy. And I'm like, it's fried chickpea. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm
I
under
eat
the
that
impression.
stuff with hot sauce. Like, come on.
My boy on the right, I'm
Everyone
renaming
knows
you to Eric
original malice.
Clapton because you be clapping shit up nonstop.
Oh, snap.
Bars.
My boy on the right
Um,
has not. He refrains from getting hit and he just keeps the bullets a flowing.
the one thing that I super miss uh from Korea though is like tteokbokki, which is like spicy
Uh,
rice cake.
I,
Ah,
I don't really like the cookie.
you don't like the bookie? Oh, you bad Korean.
Are you saying I'm a Taylor?
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, so I rage quit Pokemon Stadium and decided to play NFL Legends. Why not? It's my option select. Oh, don't drop the ball! You caught it! Ah. They
uh,
always get me.
I stand by Blitz 99 being the worst game of all time.
Oh, fuck no. Well, because it was the first. Like, they didn't know any better. Wasn't it?
I think it was the first, but it was still really bad.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you prefer 2000 or 2001?
Uh, I don't prefer Blitz at all. It was a terrible series of games. Midway needed to stop. Somebody needs to stop Midway every time they want to produce something.
Well,
Just stop
you're
doing it.
wrong, but it's fine.
uh,
Talking
listen,
about
Midway has
talking about NBA Jam and Blitz is bad. Like, wait.
they are terrible games,
Oh,
bruh.
don't tell
Like,
me you're a Madden fan. Don't tell me you're an EA Sports kind of guy.
no, I'm a quarterback club fan.
I was gonna
I'm a
say,
Kobe
yeah, yeah.
courtside
I want the
fan.
simulation. I just want the
Yeah, he
arcade.
likes
Fuck
Sims.
that shit.
He doesn't.
Okay, wait, pause. Kobe courtside actually had an arcade version to it.
Yeah, but it was.
Like you had to. It was pretty dope.
What the fuck is up with this blitz? Jeez.
Exactly. What the fuck is up with
No, not the game. Jesus Christ.
And one was probably like the best NBA arcade game.
Uh, you mean fucking Streets?
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
what about NBA Streets?
Yeah.
I didn't even know anyone had a game.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
it
they
was
did. For
fantastic.
PS2.
It wasn't that great. It was like a watered down
It really was.
Streets.
It sounds like you need to go back and play it and give it a
I,
great review because it was
Give
amazing.
a great review. Pay me. Bribe me.
was like, did you help make it? Like,
I was gonna say, yeah.
I was just a really big fan because, it's just around that time frame. I miss the 2000 era of video games. Mario Sunshine, Luigi's Mansion, Metal Gear Solid 2, all the great ones.
Nice.
you just picked a bunch of derisive games. Like,
What was it? Fucking, what was that game that came out on Xbox? It wasn't Blink. It was like, it came in that combo pack when you got the Xbox. I think it was like 2006 2002. It was a Jet Set Radio feature. It wasn't Gran
Well,
Turismo, but it was another racing simulator that was super difficult and very, very
Forza?
not Forza. Wait. Google, I summon you.
was it rally style or legit racing?
Um,
Or actually, like
a
street
bit of
racing, should I
both.
say?
It was rally style, but it had like street racing elements to it.
I almost want to say dirt, but I'm like, no, no, that's. You know what? I'm losing because I picked Buffalo. Why did I pick Buffalo? They had good stats, and somehow they're
It's
failing
like
me.
this isn't fucking Tecmo Bowl. You ain't got fucking Bo Jackson. Why you pick Buffalo for?
I know, right? Should just pick Cowboys. I never lose when I pick the Cowboys.
The Cowboys are broken.
Fucking oh shit! Oh well, I almost got there. Actually, I've always thought 49ers and the Broncos were
Sega.
broken because this was John Elway era was Denver's.
There's only one way. It's the John Elway.
Um, the game I was talking about was Sega GT
Ah,
2002.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. I forgot that was the thing.
Fucking fantastic it was. That's what that was.
Actually, it's that point I never got to try it, so I wouldn't even know what to say about it.
You start with a budget of like $13,000, and then you buy a car, and then you have to raise money to make your car faster and become an official race championship. So you have to like go through a series of challenges and mini tournaments, etc., and place in all of them. And the game was hard as fuck. And then they had the time classic mode or time attack chronological mode, where you would play with cars from the 60s and 70s. You'd have to tune them up, and they were, I guess, like dedicated to those eras, so you would play in maps dedicated to those type of races. It was pretty interesting.
I can't do sim driving.
There was over 165 cars in that game.
The only racing games that I ever liked was Need for Speed Most Wanted, the first one, and
I
fucking
could
Tokyo
not.
Extreme Racing.
What the fuck is Tokyo Extreme Racing?
It's basically,
Was it really extreme?
do you want to play? Do you want to be an Initial D?
I heard initial D.
All right.
I'll play any racing game as long as I'm using the steering wheel. That's all that matters to me.
Um, what was that one called where you'd have to run people off the road?
Road Rash?
Burnout.
No.
Road
Like
Rash? Oh,
I'm
Afterburner?
so sure it's Burnout.
Yes, Burnout. Burnout was the shit.
yeah,
I really
Oh yeah, Bernie. Yeah, that's a good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just beautiful crashes. That's all that game was.
yeah.
Look at this
Absolutely.
shit. Look at the terrible thing that's happening to you right now. Look at you flip 32,000 times and then explode.
Do you guys remember that Mega Man Battle Network game that came out on the GameCube?
Star Force?
No, on the GameCube.
Oh yeah, the RPG one. Not the RPG one. I'm sorry. I know what you're talking about.
It was a side scroller. It still used the chip. That'll.
Yeah, it was a side scroll Mega Man. I wish that one did well or something. Did well.
I really wish there was a sequel to it because that shit was badass.
Yeah, I forgot it.
Wait,
Well,
X Command Mission?
No, hell no. That shit was ass. Don't ever
I
talk
kind of
about
like
that
it.
ever again.
I kind of like
It was
I was wondering.
Mega Man Network Transmission.
Because they're all RPGs.
Uh, This one was actually not an RPG. It was it is a side scroller, and although, oh god, it's really hard to explain. It was fun because you
Now I know what the gameplay's like.
It's super fun. That's number one. But yeah, it's a side scroller. That's the best way to put it. You do use the chip-based battle, and you do have an energy gauge for how much of those chips you can use, and they come in a certain order. Um, and if you were to switch out, and very much like the NT network games go, you collect all three of a certain type in a particular order, then it would transform into a super version or souped up version of that particular attack. And there was an entire storyline and an alternative ending to that storyline based off of how much
On
information
fire.
you collect.
Mm.
So it was dope. That's the end of that.
Okay, now my team woke up.
Mega Man Ultimate Edition.
Oh, I still get tackled. Come on, I'm on fire. There we go. That's right, I was over one tackle.
Has anyone played Odin's Spear?
Whoops, what the fuck?
I have not, but it looks great. Vanillaware with their fucking beautiful animations.
That is pretty much what.
Oh, did you hear?
Looks like.
You already heard about Vanillaware's next game, right?
What is it?
Vanillaware's next game. It was supposed to be like a mecha side scroller.
Oh,
Mecha Skies side scroller.
I'm really hyped for it.
sounds pretty cool.
Pass the ball! Son of a bitch, that was it!
So Leon, which were you talking about this week?
Toho.
No, the other one, the new one that came out this year.
That came out this year. I wasn't talking about it. Somebody else was talking about it. I think we were talking
What are
about
we talking about?
Cuphead, and I was trying to remember Toho.
Oh yeah, there you go, Cuphead. That's
Yeah,
the
we were
amazing
talking
new
about
one.
Cuphead.
What is that?
It's fucking awesome. That's what it
It
is.
is.
Mhm.
Look it up. And you still drop the. Such an easy pass to catch. You still drop it. I'm sorry, that fumble is
Everybody
actually
wanted to
hype. I just love it. Oh, good. Get that fumble. Let's go. I get that ball
You're-
back.
That right there
Jesus
is
Christ,
exactly
you're
why I hate Blitz.
Madden?
Blitz.
No, it's better than Madden. What?
Ugh.
Let's go. No, he can't tackle this. Oh, I'm going. Jumping in. Yes.
Blitz.
Yeah.
If
Blitz.
NFL Blitz.
you know, I gotta say, like, not watching the stream, but hearing this, it sounds really suggestive. I'm sorry. I'm not watching that stream, and I.
No, because I would have been banned from
confused
Twitch.
and
So don't. It can't be suggestive because I would have been banned.
I feel like this is like what I heard in my dorm, like coming from the room next door. Like, yeah.
Okay. All
Well,
right.
now you know that
So,
you could give them the benefit of the doubt. They were probably playing video games.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
They were
Definitely.
playing some game. Some game that everyone enjoys.
Hopefully, it's not a Dare Live Beach Volleyball 3. Oh man.
There was a YouTube video that I watched that was amazing. That was like suggestive sounds that people make when they're playing video games, and so they would play like the sounds that these people were making, and then it would be like sex or video game. It was a really great video.
Nice. I just want to inform you guys that speaking of suggested video games, there is a Boku no Pico video game. Anybody would like
Wow,
to
they
look
really
at
did, didn't they?
Yeah, they really did.
And then
Why
and
not?
we can stop talking about it now.
Yeah, so now, yeah, we can drop that subject quicker.
No, thank
Ruining
you.
lives 1 second at a time.
No, I lost my fire.
Did you really? See? Now I got it. I got in everybody's head. Yes.
Oh man, it's apparently not a bad game.
Mm.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Oh.
I think
Oh.
I need to clear my history and destroy my computer.
What have you done?
Because you've been doing way too much research into Boku no Pico, apparently.
Apparently.
I
Oh, a
know,
friend of
right?
mine actually just dropped some hats, some new hats. The Senpai Project, they dropped the Boku no Pico semen hats.
Lovely.
Oh, they're fantastic. They're like in purple and white, drippy letters. It's
The
almost like
drip.
an acid test.
Good.
There. That's what I want to hear. Drippy letters.
Okay.
Perfect. Outstanding.
Uh, well, on that note, I will be back in 15 minutes.
Someone's gonna go check out Boku no Pico and enjoy themselves.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go take a shower. I will be back in 15 minutes.
All right.
15 minutes.
Well, I'd like to put on pants afterwards. Jeez.
I didn't know whether that was too fast of a shower or too slow of a shower.
It was a Boku no Pico shower.
Oh, that's some type of
We're
shower.
not here to judge. Mm.
I feel uncomfortable.
As you should. That's Boku no, that's the power of Pico for you.
Wow, I give up. Wow, you know what? I'm done.
That's-
You guys win.
Thankfully,
Fuck me.
you can turn off Blitz for the love of everyone. Midway can go burn in hell. Oh my god.
Well, they're already dead anyway, so
Mhm.
so what are you worried about?
No more enjoyable party games for you, I guess. It's like how how dare they make classics?
How
Like
dare.
Leisure Suit Larry. No, I'm just joking. They didn't
You know
do
what?
that.
I feel like if anyone else made Mortal Kombat, it'd be a better game. Just saying.
No. That wasn't even their fault. It's still the same dudes making Mortal Kombat to this day. And it's not
I
Midway.
know. I know. Fucking never
Rest in
knows.
peace, Midway. I want to Stranglehold
Hmm.
sequel so much. Oh god.
All right, Dan Marino, don't fail me.
Didn't Acclaim make Turok?
I think so.
Oh yes, they did. That Turok is a game worth celebrating. Specifically, Turok 2: Seeds of Evil. There's never been a headshot with a tech bow so satisfying.
Joseph the Gamer, what's KOF Wing again? Probably never heard of it.
What?
It's the Flash version of KOF.
Neo Wave?
Oh, of course you get hit. Well, I stopped playing Flash games for a while, so rip. The only thing worth Flash is watching the Madness series. Shout out to Newgrounds.
Hey, I still like the Madness series.
Wrong person. Ah.
New
It had an
grounds.
interestingly weird story.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably. I'll watch Madness. Let me watch Madness.
Or you can watch Salad Fingers.
Watch away the salt I'm feeling from Final Fantasy 2.
Or you can watch Salad Fingers and not go to sleep. This fucking
True.
boss is making me want to goddamn punch something.
How many bars of health does this boss have?
I think it has like 4. 3 or 4.
Is this Sephiroth?
But Joseph, You haven't explained to me what it is, unless you guys already answered the question.
What?
Because I just have no idea what it is.
It's the Flash version for KOF.
I think it's Neo Wave,
Yeah,
isn't
as I
it?
said it before, it's on Newgrounds too.
Oh,
Oh, then I'm not gonna try it.
never mind. Like you could just play a real one.
It has
Exactly.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Acclaim also made South Park, Chef's Love Shack, which is fairly fun.
Wasn't it like a quiz game or something?
Nas, I don't have
Yeah.
song requests on. Stop requesting shit.
Oh, what game is this? It is called D.
but it's
D
the
is a
fucking weekend, bro.
psychological horror interactive movie puzzle adventure developed by Warp.
I remember that.
What?
Never played it though.
Are you beating down a plant?
I think that's the game with the really hilarious backstory to it, like development wise, where they wanted them to censor the game, so they sent them a censored version of the game, and then released the real version later, released the real version anyway behind their backs.
Yes. Shout outs to their lives. If only everyone was that fucking like froggy.
Hey, get fucked, team.
King of Fighters 2.
And you would fumble the ball. You fucking would. Ah, come on. Like I make
Yo,
this amazing pass and he still fumbles the ball. Ah,
Yo, Butterfingers ass piece of shit.
I know.
legit, Acclaim and Midway have made the worst games of all time. Like they're called classics. Don't get me wrong,
No,
but
they're
they're the
actual
worst.
Sick Web, are
classics.
you playing Blitz on Emulator?
Well, yeah, because I don't. I lost my N64 a long time ago. It's,
They ain't even cult classics. They made some actual classics.
Myst is a terrible
Oh, it
game,
is. Well,
but
uh,
Hey, does the Wii U or Wii could play N64 games?
uh,
Or was it on the
yeah, they like
GameCube?
well, I can't really say that Miss is a terrible game because it's just not for me. It's
it's
like one of those
it's just not a good
searchy
game.
point and click sort of boring,
Yeah, but it wasn't good.
read the back story
I
sort of
love
thing.
I love those type of games, and they suck. This one
No,
sucks.
I'm not
It
talking about
sucked.
Monkey Island. I'm talking about one of those like, ooh, let me look at this and read this sort of thing.
Yeah, I didn't play
How
Monkey
is
Island.
Monkey Island?
I haven't played it.
I hear it's very
I want to
clever.
see if I can.
Well, if somebody re-released it, you can, but if not, then probably not. Cause not because you can't run it, but because you can't run it. Not because it's too new, but because it's way too old.
Secret of Monkey Island Special Edition, Disney. Ahoy! Relive the classic
oh,
misadventures of Guybrush, Guybrush
Strip whip.
Threepwood,
Yep.
Threepwood in Secret of Monkey Island Special Edition. Available on Xbox Live Arcade. Hell, no, no. For what? Why? Why would I do that to myself? A really great game that I think a lot of people overlooked that was supposed to come out on Xbox and PS3 was Aquarius. No, Aquarius. And that is a fantastic game about a goddamn fucking mermaid who has like identity issues and things and shit and destroys the world around her. Like legitimately. Um she finds out like you just wake up one day and you just chilling in the ocean and she's like, you know what? Let me figure out who I am. And then tries to leave and then has to rediscover where she lives currently. and then figures out that there's like been some massive war that takes place and gods are involved, and then she's like the only one left besides zombified versions of her own race.
Hmm.
Then to figure out that, it's just entirely some kid's dream, and he died while dreaming on the floating island and became god of the sea or some shit. Anyway, you find a human and you and the human fuse doing a fusion dance. Weird shit happens, but it's a really great game.
That story sounded like a bunch of bullshit.
Yo, legitimately, it is a bunch of bullshit, but it's beautiful. Like the actual concept design in it,
The most
it's fucking fantastic.
beautifulest bullshit you done ever seen.
Yo, facts, facts. I would not even lie to you about this. Like I sat there and I played the shit out of this game. um, but it's a really great game, especially for the time frame in which it came out. It dropped, I'm gonna say like 2007. Currently, you can find it on iOS and Android, and on
What
Windows. They
game?
had Aquaria. It's by BitBlock. It's very similar to Limbo. It was like a predecessor to Limbo, as well as like several other um, side-scroller 2D games. Which personally, at the time, I was like really dying for a game like that to jump, and it happened. And I was like super happy about it. And apparently, it's now on Steam.
Wait, how you spell it? So I can't find it on the App Store.
Um, Give me 1 second. I will load it into Discord via photo because I'm a lazy fuck.
There we go.
So if you like mermaids and shit, sea creatures, this is your game.
And all that jazz.
Word. Apparently it's won some awards too. I wonder what awards it's actually won.
Whoops, I should have jumped.
Metroidvania. That's a thing.
Yeah. Well, that's not the name of the game. It's the name of a genre.
Yeah, John,
Ah,
actually.
that sounds nice.
Well, at this point, it's gonna become Egavania because of the creator himself.
Okay. I'm now looking at a game called Owlboy.
Mm-hmm.
So boy and his trusty owl apparently fly around and do shit. Or is he an actual
I
owl?
think he's an owl
I'm
boy.
confused. Oh, you just find people to carry around and shit.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's valid. Alright. Oh, it just dropped, like, literally 5 days ago.
Oh shit. They ain't fucking around no more. Damn. I forgot how. Okay, I'm done. I'm fucking done with this shit
Wait,
for the
you
day.
died?
Yeah, cause
Aw.
they turned that shit up to the nth degree. It's like I'm about to die. Nah, nigga, you about to die.
Why'd you keep yourself in the corner?
There was no corner for me to keep myself in. After a while, the lasers start turning around and firing towards the tree.
They just didn't give no
And then at
fucks.
the end, it was like, let's add 2 more lasers. Cause fuck you.
Just give them all the lasers.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck this nigga's soul.
This nigga thought he came into my forest. My lasers. Nah, nigga, get him.
This ain't right. This nigga brought out the tentacles.
Like I didn't even see him coming. Like I was trying to dodge these lasers, and the tentacles smacked the goddamn dog shit out of me. Like
God damn. That ain't right. That ain't right.
that ain't right.
Oh, speaking of things that ain't right, did you guys hear that Mulan is getting a live action adaptation?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yep.
Who's excited? Who's excited for
Whoop, whoop.
Scarlett Johansson as Mulan?
I'm more. I'd be more concerned with who's playing Mushu.
Mm.
It apparently won't be
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
I was like, yeah, it won't be.
They'll probably
That
get
really
like
hurt.
Chris Rock to do it or some wacky
No,
black
bring
voice.
Chris Tucker. Bring Chris Tucker.
Can we
Chris
not and
Tucker as
say we thought
Mushu.
about it? No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I can't. I can't even condone that. I'm going home.
Obviously, don't take me serious. That was just a joke.
Fuck you guys.
I
I'm out of
know.
here, man. Now, now, now.
The aquatic adventures of the last human.
All right. So
Why is that even a thing? For
this
what?
thing,
I feel like we just run out of ideas and just
calling it.
pull it out your ass.
Team not crash. Whoop. Over and out.
Zeo Drifter. So Leon, what's the next game?